I'm a captain. I served from 2003 to 2011.
I'm First Major Nadav. I was in the army between 2006 to 2010.
Sergeant Major. And I served from 2001 to 2006.
The problem is that the goal of what the unit does in regards with Palestinians is not just self-defense, it's upholding a military regime. It means to oppress the population, it means to weaken the political system of the Palestinians so that they can't improve their situation, so that the military regime continues.
In order to preserve the status quo with the Palestinians, we need to control and gather information about also innocent people. I asked those questions during my army service about whether some of the things we are doing are maybe wrong, and I was always given the answer that everything is all right.
In my last years in the military, where I spent about 8 years, I started realizing a bit more about what was happening around me and the role of intelligence. That gave me some doubts, some questions to think about, which I couldn't really consider as long as I was a part of the system.
I think when all of us think about the kind of role that intelligence plays, the intelligence services play in a non-democratic regime, we get this kind of shudder. And this was completely opposite of how I saw the intelligence corps in Israel and my service. I thought of my service as something that is completely in very idealistic terms, very clean. I guess the first doubts started during my service, but even more so after I got out of the military and I started seeing Palestinians as people and not just as sources, and started to understand the kind of very complex situation that Israel is at, where it's gathering information about people who are under its direct control. I think that sort of made the picture that I had when I first enlisted seem very, very simplistic.
When I finished my military service, it was the 2011 social protests in Israel, which were a big political awakening for a lot of people. And that period for me was like opening a Pandora's box of thoughts, of thinking again and understanding the role that I played in the cycle of violence, in the difficult situation that the state of Israel is in, the state of Israel and Palestinians. The more we discussed it, we realized, the more urgent we realized this is, because we feel like we have to speak out, we feel like we can't continue to serve the system.